So, after having the general knowledge about the Clostridium, now we are going to take a topic on species wise. So today we will discuss about the Clostridium perfringens. Clostridium perfringens. So it's a gram-positive, non-motile, capsulated and spore-forming bacilli, and it is the most important etiological factor or agent of gas gangrene. As we have earlier discussed about this, that this species causes the gas gangrene as well as food poisoning and necrotizing enteritis in man. Necrotizing enteritis and gas gangrene and food poisoning. These are the three pathological conditions that has produced poisoning by this Clostridium perfringens. And again I repeat, it's a gram-positive, non-motile, capsulated and non-sporing bacilli. Okay? These are the clear-cut features of this Clostridium perfringens. And this is normal inhabitant of the large intestine of men and animals. The spores are commonly found in soil, dust and air. And so it is all about the journal of this Clostridium perfringens. And now we will discuss about the morphology. Morphology of this Clostridium perfringens, and it is relatively a large, stout, gram-positive bacillus, about 4 to 6 micrometer and length, and the breadth होगी that will be the 1 micrometer, and it will be the straight, parallel sides and rounded or turnicated ends. Like you will see that it will be this structure. Okay, rounded, and it will be the straight and parallel sides. That sides will be parallel, and this is the structure of this. And here, earlier I have told that it may also be seen in the form of this rod. And it occurs singly or in chains or in small bundles. And earlier I have told that most of the bacilli and especially these Clostridium species are pleomorphic, and they vary in shape and size, and filamentous and involution forms are common. It is called capsulated and non-motile. Okay, it is capsulated and non-motile. The spores are typically oval, central or subterminal and not bulging. इसके जो स्पोर्स होंगे वो बल्ज नहीं करेंगे, जैसे हम दूसरे और चीज़ों में देखेंगे। बाई चांस यहाँ पे जैसे इसका स्पोर है तो ये अंदर ही अंदर रहेगा, यहाँ पे अगर स्पोर है तो ये यहीं रहेगा, ठीक है ना। ये बल्ज नहीं करेगा जैसे दूसरी तरह के और हम स्पेसीज में देखेंगे। यार देखिए, बात की थी लास्ट टाइम में। एंड द एब्सेंस ऑफ स्पोर is one of the characteristic morphological feature of this Clostridium perfringens. Means अगर बाई चांस अगर में एब्सेंस होता है स्पोर का, तो इट इज ए वेरी वेरी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ दिस स्पीसीज. सो इन केस ऑफ दिस स्पीसीज you will find the spores, and majority of strains do not form the spores readily. बहुत तेजी से ये स्पोर नहीं बनते हैं. ठीक है, it is all about the morphology of this Clostridium perfringens. And now we will discuss about the cultural characteristics of this. Cultural characteristics of this species, and it is an strictly anaerobic. ठीक है ना? And what it can grow under microacrophilic conditions, and oxygen does not kill this bacilli. And it grows over a wide temperature range, that will be the 20 to 50 degrees centigrade, and the optimum temperature will be the 37 degrees centigrade, and the pH for the growth will require a 5.5 to 8.0 the pH. Okay? This is the temperature that is required for the growth of this species like Clostridium perfringens, and what type of medium or media we will require for their culture. We need blood culture, blood agar, and second is RCM broth, means Robertson cooked meat broth, and in short we will say it is RCM broth. And next is thioglycolate. Thioglycolate agar. These are the three agars on which we do culture of this bacilli. And on blood culture, the coronary of most strains shows a target hemolysis. The hemolysis will be targeted. Target hemolysis is seen in case of this Clostridium perfringens. It is important thing, and you will see in culture plates the targeted hemolysis after the incubation for a fortnight overnight, and resulting from a narrow zone of complete hemolysis due to the theta toxin, and a much wider darker zone of incomplete hemolysis, and that is due to the alpha toxins. And then we will discuss about the theta and alpha and mu and other toxins also. And on RCM broth, that is Robertson cooked meat broth, the meat pieces turn pink but not digested. So these are the cultural characteristics of this Clostridium perfringens. And now we will discuss about the biochemical reactions. What type of biochemical reactions we see in case of this bacilli? And this is actively saccharolytic, but also have mild proteolytic action. Means it is gelatin liquefaction. There will gelatin को liquefy कर देता है ना? Saccharolytic, but also have mild proteolytic action, and it ferments glucose, maltose, lactose, sucrose, and with this fermentation it produces acid and gas. The indole test is negative, and the methyl red, that is also known as MR, methyl red test is positive, and while we see the BP test is negative. BP means bogus prosecure. Bogus prosecure, KAUER. ठीक है? And hydrogen sulfide is produced, H2S is produced in abundantly, and the sulfide is actively reduced, and nitrates are reduced in nitrites. And when we use the litmus paper in litmus milk medium, the lactose fermentation leads to formation of acid, which changes the color of litmus from blue to red. नीले से वो लाल litmus हो जाता है. That is due to acid, and the acid coagulates the milk. कैसे? जो मिल्क में जो कैसिन होती है उसको वो क्लॉट करता है, coagulate कर देता है, and the clotted milk is disrupted due to the vigorous gas production, and this is known as Stormy fermentation. Stormy fermentation. जब हम इसमें मीडियम में यूज करते हैं ब्लू लिटमस पेपर को, तो वो लाल हो जाता है. वो किसके लिए हो जाता है कि इसमें फॉर्मेशन एसिड का होता है, और एसिड मिल्क के जो कैसिन होती है उसको कोगुलेट कर देता है, एंड ये कोगुलेट मिल्क डिसरप्ट खराब हो जाती है ड्यू टू द विगरस गैस प्रोडक्शन. बहुत तेजी से गैस प्रोडक्ट होती है, उसकी वजह से ये डिसरप्ट हो जाती है मिल्क. ओके, एंड दिस इज नोन एज like Stormy fermentation. So this is all about the biochemical reactions, and it will be clear. And now we will discuss about the resistance or viability of this Clostridium perfringens. Their spores are usually destroyed within few minutes by boiling, but those of the blood poisoning strains resist boiling for 1 to 3 hours. And while we are autoclaved at 120 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes, and it's very lethal for this species, Clostridium perfringens. And the spores are resistant, commonly used antiseptics and disinfectants. जो स्पोर्ट्स होते हैं वो उन पर हमारे जो एंटीसेप्टिक या अदर डिसइंफेक्टेंट होते हैं उन पर कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होता है. ओके, एंड नाउ वी विल सी द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ दिस species. And this Clostridium perfringens can be divided into 5 types, A to E, A, B, C, D, and E. These are the 5 types, and this is classified into 5 types. And this is on the basis of their major toxins. Generally there are 12 toxins, but out of 12, 4 are major toxins. Then we will discuss later on. And type A, this strain produce enterotoxin. this produce an enterotoxin, and which are associated with the mild form of food poisoning. जो फूड पॉइजनिंग होती है उससे ये लिंक्ड रहता है ना. I will again repeat, there are 5 types of classified into 5, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, and A type of this Clostridium perfringens is produce enterotoxin that produces the mild type of food poisoning. And again about the toxins, I have already told you that there are 12 distinct toxins that are exotoxins and enterotoxin are produced by this Clostridium perfringens, and they all are in protein or antigenic in nature. And major lethal toxins include alpha, beta, epsilon, iota, gamma, delta, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, and theta, and eta. These are the 12 toxins which are produced by this Clostridium perfringens, and out of these, alpha, beta, epsilon, and iota are the 4 major toxins specifically responsible for pathogenicity. And alpha, beta, epsilon, iota are the important or responsible for pathogenicity that can produce the disease. Now we will discuss about the alpha toxin. Alpha toxin. And this alpha toxin is produced by all types of Clostridium perfringens, and chemically it is phospholipidase or lacthinase. Lacthinase C, and is responsible for profound toxemia in gas gangrene. And when we see the Naegler's reactions, it is important for the short note, and it is usually asked in exam in the form of short notes. So it is important to understand. So Clostridium perfringens is grown on a culture medium plate which contains 6% agar and 5% peptic digest of sheep blood and 20% of human serum or 5% egg yolk. And this create a culture medium, and one half. This is the culture plate, and on one half, and 2 to 3 drops of Clostridium perfringens antitoxin are spread. इस पे हमने एक एंटीटॉक्सिन स्प्रेड कर दिया, ठीक है ना, एंड अलाउड टू ड्राई. The inoculated culture plate is incubated anaerobically for 24 hours at 37 degree centigrade. हमने ये प्लेट ली, प्लेट में हमने मीडियम तैयार करके लगाया जिसमें 6% एगर, 5% पेप्टिक डाइजेस्ट, सीड ब्लड, 20% ह्यूमन सीरम एंड या 9% हमने एग योग लेके इसका एक कॉम्बिनेशन बना के ये मीडियम हमने हाफ प्लेट में विद एंटीटॉक्सिन के साथ में स्प्रेड किया। एंड हम क्या देखेंगे, द कॉलोनीज ऑन हाफ ऑफ द प्लेट विदाउट द एंटीटॉक्सिन विल बी सराउंडेड बाई ओपेसिटी। जो हमारा एंटीटॉक्सिन